By late 1917, Russia was descending into anarchy. Their participation in the First World War was putting tremendous strain on the country, and earlier that year, Tsar Nicholas II had been forced to abdicate, and a provisional government was set up. However, conflicts between socialists and conservatives were continuing to escalate, and the country soon faced civil war. Meanwhile, the largely autonomous Grand Duchy of Finland was quickly heading towards total independence. There had been a nationalist movement there for quite some time, and recent attempts of Russification had only served to boost it. The abdication of the Tsar was also seen by many as delegitimizing Russian rule over Finland, since they considered themselves as merely being in a personal union. In November of that year, the Bolsheviks declared a general right of self-determination for the peoples of Russia. This meant that the Finnish parliament could now assume total power over the country, and the next month they declared full independence under a republican constitution. Unfortunately though, the tensions that had resulted in the Russian Civil War had been building up in Finland as well, and so in January of 1918 the Finnish Civil War broke out. Just like in Russia, the war was fought between the socialist Reds and the Whites, who basically just wanted to stop the socialists from taking power. Unlike in Russia though, the Whites, with a little help from the German Empire, won the war and went on to exclude the Social Democratic Party from the parliament. Which brings us to what this video is actually about, because the now largely conservative parliament decided to adopt a monarchist constitution. And that meant that they would eventually have to find a king, but where? Finland had never been an independent state before, so there was no legitimate heir to the throne that they could pick. Instead, they decided to elect a German duke, since this would ensure the continued support of the German Empire. The duke in question was called Fredercik Charles of Hesse and was the brother-in-law of Kaiser Wilhelm II. He was officially offered the crown in October of 1918 by the highly German-friendly Prime Minister Juho Kusti Paasikivi, or something like that. An act which was seen by many as taking Finland ever closer to the position of German protectorate. It was proposed that the new king would officially be called Charles I, King of Finland and Karelia, Duke of Åland, Grand Duke of Lapland, Lord of Kaleva and the North. There might also have been talk about changing his name to the more Finnish-sounding Väinö I, although it's difficult to verify. In any case, these plans were soon halted, as just a month later, on the 9th of October, Wilhelm II abdicated, and Germany was declared a republic. Just 2 days after that, an armistice was signed which ended the First World War, with the Central Powers being the losers. Thereby, the election of a German as King of Finland was seen as untenable, and Frederik Charles was forced to renounce the throne on the 14th of December 1918, without ever being crowned or even setting foot on his would-be country. With the Social Democrats no longer excluded from parliament, the monarchists lost their majority in the election of 1919, and that same year, a republican constitution was adopted, which, with various modifications, would be in effect until 1999, and the basic structure of which is still continued in the current constitution.